Hey guys, I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're taking a closer look at these projector headlights complete with the chrome trim, matte black housings, and clear lenses, available for all 2014 through 2017 Silverados equipped with the factory halogen headlights. Now you should be checking out these options for your 1500 if you'd like to go with a DOT approved factory inspired set to help refresh that front end while also adding a little bit of a color contrast as well thanks to the black housings, all for right around that low $400 price point. All right, so right out of the box, these headlights are giving me big time LTZ vibes in pretty much every way, from the signature black housings to the chrome trim, low beam projector, and amber reflectors. Every bit of those factory LTZ style headlights are there, and to me, that's a good thing because not every Silverado owner wants to go with something totally crazy or over the top, but maybe would still like to change up the look of the front end. Now, if that is the case and you'd like to give your halogen truck a refresh, or in this case an update, then these projectors would certainly be a great OE inspired way to do so. Now moving into our construction segment here, guys, and what you will be looking at is the combination again of that matte black inner housing here, topped off with the crystal clear impact resistant polycarbonate lens. Now the low beam projector up top is going to do a great job of producing a brighter, more focused beam of light, especially at night. Certainly will help increase visibility, whereas your high beam is going to be directly below that. Now you can see that the chrome trim is going to be all in the factory location throughout the headlight package itself here, and you can also find the two rather large amber reflectors on the side for your signals. Now finally guys, the lights have been given both the DOT and the SAE stamp of approval. That does make them legal for use in all 50 states. They do not include any brand new bulbs, so you'll either have to transfer some over or just use this as an opportunity to grab fresh stuff. And then finally, they are adjustable. So once you get them installed, you can get them aimed properly, or if you do any suspension work down the road, need to bring that bulb or that beam down a little bit, you can certainly do so here with these options. Now coming in at or around that low $400 price point here, gang, these headlights are going to be one of the more expensive factory styled options on the site, at least at the time of this video, but in my humble opinion, the quality does seem to be a little bit better than some of the other options we've handled here in the shop, so take that for what it's worth. Well, let's switch gears and get into our installation portion of today's video, and the site is going to call this a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you at least 30 minutes to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of what you're in for in the garage or driveway, let's throw it out to the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
The tools you'll need for this project are an impact gun or ratchet, an extension, a 10mm socket, a trim panel removal tool, a 10mm wrench, and a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. Hi everyone, today we're installing a set of headlights on our Silverado, but first let's watch a short video on how to uninstall the stock light.
All right, first step here, we have to uninstall our factory headlights. To do that, pop your hood. We're gonna remove the radiator shroud. Now there's a bunch of these plastic black push pin clips here. What you're gonna do is take a panel removal tool. I'm gonna start with this guy here. You're just gonna pry up on the middle section. Once that's up, you don't necessarily need to take it off in 2 pieces, but once that's up, you can pull it off all together just like that. Do that for each one along the entire shroud. Now that all those clips are off, let's just lift up on the shroud and set it aside. Next up, we have to head over to the wheel well to remove this one Phillips head screw. Now the reason we're doing that is because this entire trim piece that goes along all underneath the headlights and grille has to come off. So grab a Phillips head, we're just gonna take this one screw off and each wheel well. So once you have one taken care of, repeat on the other side. And once that's off, you can start cracking that guy loose. All right, next step here, just pull that trim piece all the way off and set it aside. All right, next up, let's get our grill out of the way. Now there's 4 10mm bolts at the top, so I'm switching over to an impact gun and a deep socket, so let's get those off. All right, now on the bottom left and bottom right corners, you're gonna find another 10mm. For the grill, I use an I'm switching over to an extension on my 10 mil. All right, same thing on the other side. So now we can just pull the grill off in one piece. All right, next step, let's unbolt our headlight. Now I'm working on our passenger side here. There's two 10mm bolts up top we're gonna start with. All right, next up, behind where our grill was here, there's one more bolt at the bottom down there. All right, we have one more down here in the corner, right behind where the trim was underneath the headlight. I'm gonna use a 10mm ratcheting wrench for this guy just because it's at a tough angle. All right, so now we can just pull that straight back. And you just pinch and disconnect the harness. Just like that, set your factory light aside.
All right, since our new lights do not come with light bulbs, we need to transfer them over from our old light. To do that, we've got two covers right here that we need to remove so that we can have access to the headlight bulbs. We have the lower and the high beam headlight bulbs in here. And then we have our turn signal and driving lights on the other side here. So to do that, we're just going to grab a hold of the cover, turn it counterclockwise and remove it. Then we can have access to the bulb and get it out and transfer it over. Now to remove these covers, we're just going to grab a hold of them, turn them counterclockwise until it unlocks, and then just lift it off. And we'll do the same thing on the new lights after we get these bulbs removed. So to remove them, just press on the release lever for the connector, slide it off. The lower light, you'll have to lift up on the lever and pull it out. Then we can turn the bulbs counterclockwise to release the lock and go ahead and pull them out. We'll basically do the same thing for the other two lights. Pull them out and then gently wiggle the light as you're pulling it out. Now we'll go ahead and remove the cover on our new light. Insert it into the connector on the light. Insert it into the housing and turn it clockwise until it locks. Same thing for the lower bulb. Now we can go ahead and replace our covers. Turn them clockwise till they lock in place. Then we can remove the connectors for our lower lights, insert our bulb, and reinsert the fitting. And once we've got that done, we can go ahead and install it into the truck. Now to install our light, basically we're just going to reverse our uninstall process. So we'll go ahead and plug in our harness, make sure it snaps into place, set our light back into position, and secure it with the original hardware. Get our top bolt here. And we'll go ahead and insert our lower bolts. And now we'll tighten them all down with our 10mm socket. And the last one, we'll use our 10mm ratcheting wrench. And now you can repeat that whole process for the other side. Now that we've got our lights installed, we can go ahead and finish putting our truck back together, starting with the grill. So we'll slide this back into place. And secure it with the original bolts. And we'll tighten them down with our 10mm socket. Now we can install the 4 bolts at the bottom. And we'll tighten those down as well. Now we can install our lower trim panel. And we'll secure that with the original screw. And repeat that for the other side. And finally, we'll reinstall our radiator cover. And we can secure that with our original push pins. And that wraps up our review and install of our projector headlights with chrome trim with the matte black housing and clear lens for your 14 to 17 Silverado 1500 with factory halogen headlights. Thanks for watching, and remember, for all things Silverado, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.